Guys, thanks for checking in on today's very special episode. I'm here in Koreatown, Los Angeles with Rockstar Eater, and we are going to be checking out one of the best Korean barbecue here in Los Angeles. Today we're going to check out this restaurant called Gangwa. And Steve, do you know anything about Gangwa?
Oh yeah, Gangwa has reputation as one of the best Korean barbecue restaurants in Los Angeles. It's been here for about 13 years right now. 2019 Michelin recommended restaurant, and it's pretty as upscale as it can get. But
awesome.
It's not just about the environment though. They do have some pretty rockin' food here, really top quality.
Guys, that sounds pretty awesome. You guys ready for some Epicurean barbecue?
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes. Boom.
Hey, let's go inside. So I'm inside the restaurant here with Rockstar Eater, and we seriously ordered up a storm. Oh my goodness. How many panchans do I see in front of us?
I would say there's about 15 over here. Have you ever seen this much before?
Crazy. We're gonna start off with this beef tongue. All right, cheers, Steve.
Cheers, boom.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, that sesame oil really elevates the tongue game to the next level. This meat is tender. It's succulent.
And have you noticed it's a little bit crunchy too, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, and then you just kind of
wrap it together like a little taco.
Like a taco?
Oh yeah.
like that.
And just put it all in your mouth.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, look at that. That's quite something, right? This dish is not seen in every Korean barbecue restaurant. This is something you would find more if you were to go to like a general Korean restaurant that serves like home style cooking. Yeah, but they can make it many different ways. They could have seafood in it, they could have kimchi in it. Yeah, it's usually made with some sort of an egg batter that's been like pan fried, and maybe some of them deep fried, but I guess we'll see how they make it here.
Wow, that was a good panjang.
I taste the, I think it was like squid, or...
I taste squid. I taste fish cake.
Yeah. Ooh, and it's
I think there's carrots inside. A lot of green onion.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty good. This is called the Yuke Jump, right?
Yes.
I see a ton of greens. So many greens, and maybe the beef is hiding underneath this entire bowl.
Yeah.
You want to dig in, Steve?
Oh yeah, so you see this is the shredded beef right here.
Yeah.
You see how it's nice and shredded. It's very tender too, they make it right.
Yeah.
And you also notice there are some eggs in here too. Like I guess they crack an egg, and almost like egg drop soup in some ways.
Hey, I love egg.
And a lot of green onions.
Yeah.
And okay, here's all the magic down here.
Where's that meat?
Wait for it.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, glass.
So that's glass noodles, right?
Yes, glass noodles. Oh, you see that hole right there?
Oh my gosh. Whoa. I got crunchiness. I got the taste of the beef. A little bit of spiciness.
We cannot forget about actually trying the broth too. Yeah, since this is a soup, this is like a main component of this dish, is that you're supposed to enjoy the noodles and the meat, vegetables, but you also drink the soup as well.
Ooh.
Don't you just love like the mild, silky flavor of it?
Guys, this is really awesome, especially during a cold season.
I would say this is a meal you should definitely eat like on a really cold day.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, this can be its own meal, right? Look how big it is.
We're just coming out of summer, but we're still able to get something that is really good eaten during summer, and it's actually this murnaemyeon.
This dish is actually very historic. It dates all the way back to the, I think it's called the Joseon dynasty, where this would be one of the dishes that's considered a delicacy in Korea, like in the courts.
Yeah.
In the northern part, but now it's popular all over Korea. There's really no noodle dish like it because it is cold, which means it's refreshing.
Yeah.
The buckwheat noodles, a lot of the restaurants make it fresh in-house.
Yeah.
And
you can even see cubes of ice.
Yes.
Like right there.
Oh yeah, no joke.
We're not just eating Korean barbecue, we're actually eating a piece of history today.
Yes. Okay.
They're like all clumped together. Is this buckwheat?
Yes, this is buckwheat noodle.
Okay.
And in restaurants, what they do is they like to cut it up so that it's easier in order to eat, because this thing really sticks together, so it's hard to break it apart.
Yeah.
Although traditionally they don't cut it, they like to leave it all together like this. But
So you got the buckwheat noodle, and then what is this? Is this pear?
yes, that's
like
pear.
Korean pear?
Yep. So it's going to add some sweetness to it, some crispy crunch to it.
Okay.
And the egg, of course, and slices of beef right there.
Okay, and then
some
cucumber.
Uh-huh, radish.
Make sure to chew well.
Wow, that was good. Mm-hmm. Isn't that really refreshing?
Super refreshing. I do want to add to the crispness of this dish by getting and trying a piece of this Korean pear, right?
Yes.
Korean pear. That is so sweet. Oh my god.
But just imagine the flavor together, like the noodles, along with the sweetness of the pear, and even this beef together.
Yeah.
Man, it makes for a killer combination in your mouth.
That is awesome. Let's try some broth.
You want to try some broth? Let's do
let's
it.
try it.
Okay, typically it's like some sort of a beef broth that's very light
Okay.
and cold.
I do taste vinegar.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
Okay, so maybe that's why they didn't provide this additional vinegar.
Oh, and it's a little sweet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very, very good.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for a second dip.
Oh man. Yeah, if you guys have never had a moldening man before, you don't have to go to Korea to get it.
This is probably the highlight for any Korean barbecue
Yes.
restaurant, right?
Yeah.
What you're looking at right here is Cowbee, right? This is the Korean beef short ribs.
Yes.
And look at like, okay, every time I look at a spider web of fat throughout the meat, I can tell this is a happy cow. Okay, this was a happy cow when it was alive.
It's gonna make us happy now.
Oh my gosh, exactly. And look at this. Wow. This looks super pretty. Now this is marinated, right?
Yes, yes.
So in the previous beef tongue that we had, that was not marinated, so no sauce, and we had to kind of dip that in like the sesame oil with salt and pepper.
Yes.
I don't anticipate needing to dip this, right, in sauce, or do you actually use this to dip in sauce as well?
Yeah, there's really two different ways that are popular to eat it. You can eat it by itself if you want the sweetness of what's already been marinated in it, and sometimes they do provide this sweet dipping sauce, but there's also the unmarinated version as well.
Oh, there is?
Yes, there's unmarinated Carbi.
Wow.
But usually I would say to go more traditional, definitely get the marinated Carbi.
I love chars like this.
Oh yeah, right? That's like, it screams barbecue, right?
Screams barbecue.
This is not like eating ribeye steak. Now, if they were going to cook ribeye steak, which they are in a lot of Korean barbecue restaurants these days, they don't usually cook this medium, because with this cut of meat, I know people think, oh, you shouldn't cook beef well done, but I disagree with that. With Korean Carbi, you should make it well done. This type of barbecue, like the char on it, the caramelization, this is the ideal color that you want to get your barbecue to for good Carbi.
Aim for that.
Oh,
Aim for the char.
Oh,
These
definitely.
pieces are gonna get there. I promise you. Look at that.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go.
That marination is perfect. It's like, whoa.
Oh my god. That was like heaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to do some jumping jacks too?
That is some high quality meat. And the marination is perfect. It's not overly sweet. It's just the right amount, and that marbling. Like, you guys saw before we cooked this, you saw that spider web of fat. It translates so perfectly into like the softness of that beef, and it just melts in the mouth.
Wow. I gotta go for another one.
Hey, me too. I'm gonna go for another one.
Oh man.
Look at this. Oh my god. Oh yeah, let's do it. Here we go. I have a feeling this particular dish is gonna steal the show today.
Pretty much all Korean barbecue restaurants, the marinated Carbi is a must get. Now, of course, there are some restaurants that make it better than others.
Yeah.
But this restaurant, I would say, is a standout because, well, first of all, the meat is high quality. You can tell by the marbling inside it, right?
Definitely, without a doubt.
Yes. And then, of course, the way it's cooked, you gotta cook it the right way as well.
Yeah.
And then the marination makes a difference too, because you taste how, you know, like the way the the marinade tastes like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody makes it a little bit differently, but man, if you can get that marination right, it's a winning combination.
Don't be afraid to just go for it. Okay?
Some restaurants cut off the sides and you can eat the ligaments off too.
I always think like the meat and the ligaments by the bone is super tasty because the bone gives a lot of flavor from the meat, right?
Yes.
So if you guys are not on a date, but you guys just want to have some pretty good Korean barbecue and not afraid to get your hands dirty, go for this, right? A lot of flavor for those who want to tackle this piece.
Some restaurants, what they like to do is they cut it off the bone.
Yeah.
And they grill it just a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then what you're supposed to taste is the same carby taste on it, a little bit of that meat, but then also the ligaments is crunchy.
Oh my gosh.
Try it. Oh, you see that crunchiness?
That is so good. Guys, if you're here, don't miss out on that. That's fantastic.
Don't waste the meat since you're paying so much for it anyways.
Totally. Get every bit of that meat off the bone as much as you can. Okay? Ooh. We got one last dish that we have to go through. And basically this is called the samgyeopsal.
Yes.
So it's the pork belly.
Looks incredible, doesn't it?
Oh my god. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to cook this all the way till it's well done.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be caramelized on both sides.
Yeah.
And if it's high quality, as I've been saying,
yeah,
it should be very tender on the inside.
Yeah.
And crispy on the outside.
Oh my god.
But you know what's interesting is
What?
that historically, a lot of people in Korea would eat the pork because it's cheaper than beef. Because especially in Korea, the price of the beef is very expensive. I mean, even like 10, 20 years ago, it was very expensive there. So
Really?
a lot of the poor people would actually eat the pork in the barbecue.
Big, huge pieces of pork. You got the leaner pork on the bottom and like 2 layers of fat on the top. And that sizzling, crackling sound, boy, that's music to my ears.
I would say that there are 3 possible ways you can eat this.
Okay.
One is to take it and to dip it in the sesame oil.
Yeah.
The other is to make the wrap out of it with the radish.
Okay, just like what we did with the beef tongue.
Just like what we did with the beef tongue. That's always popular.
Yeah.
And then the third way is to grill some kimchi on it and eat it together like that.
Oh, we haven't done that. Actually, you just reminded me of that cooking method. We're going to start off with the samgyeopsal by dipping this right here, this bite-sized, crispy pork belly in some sesame oil.
Be generous with the salt also.
Yeah. Just like go for it. Don't be ashamed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Whoa.
That is rich. Crispy. Soft.
I told you. For some places, if the quality is not as good, it tastes kind of tough inside. Kind of tough and rubbery kind of. But this, you see how kind of tender it is, right?
I love how this restaurant provides high quality meat. That is probably the one thing that I'm most concerned about when going to a Korean barbecue restaurant is the quality of meat at the bar.
Yeah.
So far, that one, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's really, really good.
I totally agree.
Alright, so let's try the second method of eating.
Take the pork, same thing, and
Yeah.
put it on top of the radish.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
And then there's a few different ways you can do it if you want. You can put a little bit of this right here.
Yeah.
And if you want to maybe spice it up just a little bit more, get some kimchi like that, which you can grill it, by the way. So this is just one way.
Yeah.
And then, okay, it's almost like an omelet.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then we got a wrap right here. See how many different layers of flavor there are right now? Sweet, crispy, a little bit spicy.
My mind, my senses are going haywire. That is so good.
Yep.
There's so many different dimensions with the way you just prepared that samgyeopsal. I think by just dipping it with the sesame oil, it's really good. It's rich, but it's slightly more one-dimensional.
Like,
Whereas the way you prepare that, so many layers of vegetable. There's like tanginess, there's sourness, there's crispiness, there's coolness.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. I
And
would
then
say
there's crispiness and the fattiness of that samgyeopsal. So many different things going on.
yeah, the sesame oil in there, I would say it's more like the natural flavor of the pork. So more of a simple flavor.
Yeah.
But then if you really amp it up to a flavor bomb,
Yeah.
then you're gonna want the radish, the kimchi, the paste.
Yeah.
Then you get like something, you get like a party going on in your mouth.
Wow. Guys, Korean barbecue is so awesome. Simply because he took a simple piece of meat and he took it to the next level by combining different side dishes and coming up with like innovative ways to bring something special to you guys. If you guys never tried Korean barbecue, don't be afraid. Get some friends together. Get a group of guys that are really, really hungry. Come to a restaurant like Genwa to try out Korean barbecue. Steve, I just want to take the time to really thank you for joining me today on this Korean barbecue adventure at Genwa. First time on our channel, and I wouldn't have eaten Korean barbecue with anybody else.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate
So
it.
I'm definitely going to put Steve's YouTube channel and description in the description box below, so you always know where to kind of find him. Go check out his videos. He's showing some pretty epic, awesome food adventures across LA. He actually just did a 10-part series on Korean barbecue, so don't miss that. If this video is not enough for your eye consumption, give me a big thumbs up, give me a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon on the top right hand corner of your screen so you always get notified when I post videos like this. That's it for today. I'm gonna have to see you on the next one. Peace out.